What are you going to do when he grows up? I recall being asked this question from nearly the moment my son was born. An unreasonable thing to ask a new mother while I held him in my arms, his small fingers clinging to mine, yet there it was. Admittedly, my own inner voice whispered it in addition to the others around me. The question lurked in every corner of every conversation, even before he started school. As other children grew and played and were encouraged to just be, I was encouraged to push, to teach, to advocate, and to never just be. Mostly, I avoided the question. However, as he grew into a teenager, it came louder and more frequently. What are you going to do when he grows up? Still, I evaded. Time marched on, and the day before his graduation, I sat down and confessed to my journal. Remember the day you found out you were pregnant? You knew then that this child was going to be the rest of your life, and it didn't scare you. Not like it should have. Youth is invincible. Then, when he was born, and you tried to figure out what Down syndrome is and what it means, how to prepare you and him for the world, and how to get support. So you went to a group for families of children with special needs, and that turned out to be kind of a mistake. You were still smitten with your beautiful boy, and you walked into a room full of anger, bitterness at the schools, frustration with insurance and government red tape. Fear filled you. Was this your future? Were you going to brim with rage? Yes, at times. You fought and tried to reason with the public schools. Good teachers, good opportunities turned against you. But then you found a private school that nurtured him, really wanted the best for him. They were growing and learning too, and that made the match better, stronger, not mired in predispositions. So you made it. Made it through heart surgery, through pneumonia, the H1 virus. Soon enough, he showed a passion for theater, love of music and performance and hotels. You love to explore new cities, and he loves hotels. And now, here comes graduation day, barreling down like you never knew it was coming. The 2-minute warning bell, and you're standing without your homework, without your research paper, without a map to class. Even when he was born with 9 months to prepare, you had exactly 2 blankets, a bassinet, and a packet of pajamas. You weren't really ready then either, but it all turned out all right. And tomorrow, he's a grown-up. What are you going to do? Well, I guess you'll do the same thing you did yesterday. Ask if he had breakfast and if he took his thyroid medicine. Drive him to work and smile when he comes out, humming a happy tune. Argue with him over how loud to play the radio and what station. Look into the acting classes you've heard about and keep trying to find a voice coach. You'll try not to panic when you read about early onset Alzheimer's, and you'll make sure he takes his vitamins and he goes to the gym. You'll smile when he tells the frazzled server at the restaurant, "You're the best," and she smiles and says thank you. You'll laugh every day. You'll know you are loved. You'll wonder what you were so worried about. On that day, I put down my pencil, tears fell, and I knew those were the words that I needed to say, and also the words that other parents need to hear. I'm thankful to have shared these words before, and I'm thankful to share them now because what are you going to do when he grows up is unfair to ask a parent. Not parents who should in fact be loving and playing with their children, not fretting over a future which is promised to no one. In the last 4 years since his graduation, Marcus has worked in the community, and when that job stopped, he started working more with me as a creator, resulting in his own book, Black Day, The Monster Rock Band. He voiced the lead character in an animated short, and one of his short plays was produced at a local high school. His work and interviews have been featured on national and local media. He's toured schools, libraries, bookstores, and honestly, who could have seen that coming? Well, actually, pretty much anyone who's ever known him, because he's a creative soul with an imagination and storytelling knack that never stops. So in hindsight, the answer I should have given, and maybe subconsciously knew all along, not the typical answer that toes the proverbial line, is the answer I encourage other parents, all other parents, regardless of their child's shape, form, ability, or disability, to consider. What will you do when he grows up? Celebrate, encourage, empower, and follow his lead.